Well, the ICE Karening has reached nuclear levels as we now have a woman on camera ruining her life and set to spend 20 years to life in prison. Why? So she could get social media clout? I mean, I don't understand how we're in this situation with these goofballs. Why they think, they're in some kind of psychosis. They're reading Apple News every day. They're watching what's left of CNN every night. They're going on TikTok and getting gassed up by all these other women. And now this one is about to ruin her life as she tried to torch an entire warehouse with people inside, by the way, because she heard a rumor that it may have become a new ICE facility. This is unsustainable. And grab your coffee, roll on up. Let's look at this story. By the way, huge shout out to everyone who's supporting Coffee Brand Coffee. We continue to grow every single month for 2 years straight. And now our entire catalog is available on Amazon, something no other YouTuber coffee has ever done. Why? Because we roast our own stuff, regardless of what morons say. We stand behind our product. It has thousands of reviews, an average of 4.6 out of 5 stars, 4.7 on a lot of stuff. Look, our top flavors are blueberry cobbler, strawberries and cream, butterscotch toffee, 004, our dark roast. But we have so many options, and we have everything in unflavored. We have an Ethiopian, we have a Colombian, it's our 003. We have 5-pound bags. I'm hoping today, on this Friday, if you drink coffee, or you know someone who does, maybe you pick up a bag for them, you'll come by the link in the description, or you can go to coffeebrandcoffee.com, or you can go here. I'll leave the link. Pick up a box, free shipping too, free overnight shipping for almost all of the product. And nobody else is offering that. And I hope that you'll try it and support the channel. Here we have a video of a woman trying to torch a warehouse in South Kansas City that had been rumored to serve as a possible new ICE detention center. Now, what I'm hoping is that everyone will share this video, like this video, leave a comment, and we can identify her because she is facing life ruination charges. Looks like she took her husband, she sprayed a bunch of lighter fluid. Let's see here. On concrete. I don't know where or why she thought that would burn, but it actually gets super scary. I mean, look at, she has no idea who's inside at this time. Certainly, I'm sure there's people. She's not even masking her face. So we're going to want to tune in here. We're going to make sure, again, only a woman would spray concrete with lighter fluid and think that I was going to do anything. Only a white woman with problem glasses, as this one apparently does. I mean, the level of derangement here. Now, let's see if we can get a better... Oh, I'm going to... By the way, her fingerprints are all over everything. She didn't even take her lighter fluid bottle with her. She literally just threw it on the ground. I have here, again, Kansas City, Missouri Police Department looking for a woman. Here she is. I mean, I'm sure she's very identifiable, very well-known. I'm sure she's a part of all the cool kids groups. You know, here's a woman committing arson on a warehouse. She thought the sale had already fallen through. So it wasn't even going to be an ICE building, okay? And she's doing this. This is what unhinged activism looks like. Don't forget, today, Don Lemon is appearing in court in Minnesota, too. It's getting real for him. No doubt she thinks she's a hero. Great footage, though. Might want to stop and look at the person that filmed it without doing anything to stop her. Oh, I'm sure that's the driver of the vehicle she got there in. You're going to end up having two women here. You're going to end up having two women here spending 20 years in prison for this, because the woman in the car that drove her there, you're not going to get the same charge.
Local, live from KCTV5, this is...
Kansas City police are looking for a woman they say tried to burn down this South Kansas City warehouse. It's the same property federal officials toured for use as an ICE detention facility.
By the way, how'd she find out? How'd she find out?
Police say the fire happened just before 6 tonight.
Middle of the day. She got off work at 5 o'clock and tried to burn down a $10 million, $20 million facility because she heard a rumor.
Officers say witnesses told them they saw a woman approach the building and spray something before setting it on fire. The fire was extinguished before it spread. No one was hurt. If you know anything,
none of that's going to matter. Police are currently hunting for a woman who tried to burn down a warehouse after an ICE facility sale fell through. Kansas City Police Department say officers were first called to the fire at 5:50 p.m. yesterday on the 14,900 block of Bolts Road. The warehouse is the same property Platform Ventures attempted to sell to the federal government to use as an ICE detention center. Earlier Thursday, the company announced that it would not even move forward with the sale. When officers arrived, they say the Kansas City Fire Department told them the building had been intentionally burned. Witnesses reported that an unknown woman approached the building and appeared to spray something on it. We know, we can see that it's clearly lighter fluid. KFCD indicates that fire was extinguished before it was spread, and thankfully, no one was hurt. Well, I mean, this is where we're at. Like, Don Lemon, by the way, today, gonna have his little court meltdown, along with the hippie farmer, whatever his name is, and these other people that violated people's constitutional rights to gather in a church and watch a church service. Don Lemon and anti-ICE agitators who stormed a Minnesota church today are being arraigned in federal court for conspiracy to deprive rights. Among them, notorious agitator William Kelly, well-funded and always stirring the pot. Thankfully, justice is moving forward. I mean, all these people are ruining their lives. For what? For social media clout, and in some cases, money.
DHS says 3 of those people were the ringleaders, accusing them of planning the riot. Now they are charged with conspiracy to deprive rights, a federal crime. One of them right here, William Kelly, was on camera saying this.
As you can see, all these pretend Christians, all these comfortable white people who are living lavish, comfortable lives while children are dragged into concentration camps.
I mean, they're literally, like, all the narrative from the left has been, well, they're not even trying to, what do you mean? They weren't interrupting church. They weren't stopping anybody from worshiping. What does it look like to you? What does that video look like to you? All of them facing multiple years in federal prison for this, of which I don't care if it's their first offense. They should be charged with the maximum because, you know what? The Biden DOJ had no problem making an example of grannies going on guided tours. So I have no problem whatsoever with the Trump DOJ making an example of these people, because people should be allowed to go to church. Businesses should be allowed to sell their buildings.
Well, last month, agitators shouted at churchgoers there in the middle of services. Protesters targeted this church because one of the pastors works for ICE.
So?
Former CNN anchor Don Lemon, who was live streaming, is also going to be arraigned today.
Making it an even bigger crime because, well, he was broadcasting it live on the internet internationally. I don't know, I have no, I'm not a lawyer, but I would think that's some sort of escalation.
He said he was covering this as a journalist, but prosecutors say he knowingly joined the mob. Meanwhile, Operation Metro Surge here has ended in Minneapolis. Border Czar Tom Homan making that big announcement yesterday after what he called unprecedented support from local and state officials. He said he accomplished exactly what
and 2/3 of Americans, like, only even liberals who go to church would agree that this is not okay. You want to know how I know that? Because if a bunch of conservatives went into like one of these progressive churches, air quotes churches, right? One of these progressive churches that hang the pride flags and all this nonsense. If a bunch of Trump supporters had gone in there and been yelling, build the wall 10 feet tall, don't you think they'd be calling for the exact same prosecution? I know they would. That's why I've been team low road. Like, I don't care anymore. These people want us dead, and I'm sick of pretending that we need to have the moral high ground. Because the second they're back in power, and, look, I'm going to do everything I can to get people out to vote for the midterms. I know that there's been a lot of doom pilling online, but I still think there's time, and I still think there's time for people who actually want what's good for this country to motivate their viewers to go vote. This is what, if we lose the midterms, you don't think that they're going to use lawfare against Trump? You don't think he's going to spend the last years of his presidency getting impeached? You don't think that they're going to let off every one of these criminal rioters that they possibly can? You don't think they're going to stop every bit of legislation that will make this country safer? Because they will.
President Trump sent him here to do.
In Minneapolis to do three things. De-escalate, done. Take public safety threats off the street. Over 4,000 illegal aliens were arrested.
Love
done.
It.
Gain cooperation from state and local law enforcement.
Also done.
And Mayor Fry posted on X this.
Again, this operation was catastrophic to our neighbors. Well, look, you just got 4,000 new rental properties available. You know who's going to love that? The American citizens of all colors and ethnic backgrounds that can't afford rent because it's too damn high. You have these lunatics. They're literal Terrys. There's no other way to really describe their behavior. They're absolutely unhinged, and they need to go to prison because otherwise the next time the next person's going to succeed. We saw that woman in Texas try to burn down a Republican building, get 20 years in prison for arson. We saw the left also burning Tesla chargers and try to burn down Tesla dealerships. It's time to stop pretending that these people are peacefully protesting, because they're not. Again, I'll leave a link in the description, or if you just go to Amazon, you can type in Coffee Brand Coffee, you'll find us, or you can go to coffeebrandcoffee.com. Pick some up today, support the channel. I will greatly, greatly appreciate it. I know you're going to love it, and we'll talk to you again real soon.